Hey, what's up, guys? It's Brando here at the Blue Devil Den. Here we are doing Bracketology 5.0, and our first one here is the Midwest region. Number 1, Alabama at 16. Bryant, Alabama, the Crimson Tide really starting to come on here at the end of the season. Looking really good. They should handle Bryant, no problem. 8, Illinois at 9. Baylor. Watch out for this one. Illinois has been reeling lately. I really liked them early on in the season, but Baylor is going to get this one done. I feel confident saying the Bears will win this matchup. Number 5, Maryland at 12. Yale. Maryland, the Terrapins, just suffered a tough loss against Michigan State at the buzzer. Don't be discounted, though. Maryland is a fabulous team. I think they make it out this 5-12 matchup. Maryland wins that one. 4, St. John's at 13. High Point. People are talking about High Point being a really tough squad this year. But I got to say, St. John's, Rick Pitino, you know, he's been in this situation before. He's going to get it done. Red Storm win this one. 6, Marquette at 11, Nebraska or Oklahoma. Marquette should have no problem beating these teams, but there's got to be some upsets in the tournament. So why not say Nebraska or Oklahoma wins? I'm going to go ahead and say Nebraska wins this one, and they'll beat Oklahoma, go in and play Marquette. Nebraska gets it done. 3, Wisconsin at 14, Chattanooga. Wisconsin, I really liked them this year, guys. I thought Purdue was really good in the Big Ten. Wisconsin's been taking the cake lately. I'm going to go ahead and say the Badgers beat the Chattanooga at 14. 7, Mississippi State at 10. San Diego State, go ahead and pick the Bulldogs for this one. 2, Houston at 15, Montana. Houston, amazing squad. We just watched them against Texas Tech. And really just a fabulous team, both offensively and defensively. It's going to be a nice matchup there. Earlier on in these matchups, though, the second round, Alabama at Baylor. I pick Alabama there. Maryland at St. John's. Boy, that'd be a great one. I'm going to go ahead and say Maryland gets it done over St. John's with a small upset in the round of 32. Nebraska and Wisconsin. Wisconsin should be able to handle business there. And then we also have Mississippi State and Houston. Guys, pick Houston in that matchup if this was to come to fruition. Moving right along here, we're going to the East region where we have my favorite team in all of college basketball, the Duke Blue Devils, taking on Marist or Missouri State. Duke will have no problem taking on these guys. Duke handles business. 8, New Mexico at 9, UConn. You know what? UConn is definitely not going to win the national championship this year. They're not three-peating, my friends. But UConn's going to get it done over the Lobos with a small upset here in the first round. 5, Missouri over 12, McNeese. Watch this one very closely, but I have got to say I really like the Tigers. I've been impressed by some of the games that we've watched them in. Tigers get it done here. 4, Michigan at 13, Lipscomb. You know what? I had said before previously that I think Michigan's going to go deep in the tournament. Dusty May, fabulous coach. But watch out for an upset here, too. I'm going to say Lipscomb gets an upset over Michigan in the first round. Huge upset and a bad loss there for Dusty May and the Wolverines. 6, St. Mary's at 11, Texas. You know what? Texas with the upset over the Gales. I think St. Mary's probably going to win the conference over the Gonzaga Bulldogs. But Texas gets it done in this one. 3, Texas Tech at 14, Utah Valley. Texas Tech, fabulous squad. Really long. You know, they got to hold on to the ball a little bit better, but I think Texas Tech should be able to get out of the round of 64. Louisville 7 at West Virginia 10. I like Louisville. I've seen this matchup predicted before. I got Louisville the cards winning this one against the Mountaineers. 2, Tennessee at 15, Central Connecticut. The Vols going to have no issue here. What a great team the Vols have. And then moving on to the second round in this East region, Duke against UConn. Duke's going to win that one. Nice little matchup win there for Duke to say they beat the defending national champs. I like that. That sounds great. 5, Missouri at 13, Lipscomb. Missouri gets it done, moves forward to the Sweet 16. Then we have Texas and Texas Tech, a battle of the Texas teams. I think Texas Tech gets it done here. They move forward and go to the round of 16 as well. Lastly, we had Louisville and Tennessee. That would be a fabulous matchup. But I'm going to say the Vols are going to get that one done and move forward to the round of 32. That's what I have for the East region for you guys. Heading right along to the third region, we have the West one. Number 1, Florida at 16, Omaha. The Gators just suffered a really tough loss to the Georgia Bulldogs. Might give the Bulldogs an opportunity to get in. But in this instance, we have number 1, Florida at 16, Omaha. The Florida Gators shouldn't have a problem beating the Mavs. I'm from Nebraska. I'd like to see Omaha win this one, but I think Florida's going to get this one done. No problem. Great offense. Number 8, BYU at 9, Utah State. Another awesome team to talk about. BYU has been doing fabulous. You can't tell me anything different. Guys, I've watched them beat Kansas. I've watched them beat Arizona. And I know Kansas is kind of a down year, right? But this Cougars team can get hot in a hurry. They can go deep. They can go inside. They have a nice overall round squad. They can make a huge run in this tournament. 5, Clemson at 12, UC San Diego. Check for yourself. UC San Diego, they have themselves a squad here. Clemson, they've been playing well too. They built a lot of momentum since that Duke win, but watch out for this one. I'm going to go ahead and say UC San Diego upsets 5 Clemson. There's got to be a 12 over a 5 seed. This is the one, guys. Watch out for that. 4 Purdue at 13 Jacksonville State. You know, I thought early on Purdue was a really solid team out of the Big Ten, and they still are somewhat. But in this instance, kind of watch out for this type of matchup here. I'd have to do a little more digging on Jacksonville State, so I'm going to say Purdue wins this one. 6 UCLA and 11 Arkansas. I like Mick Cronin as a coach. He's been getting it done for the Bruins this year out of the Big Ten. It'll be a good matchup, though. And watch out for Wake Forest. If Wake Forest beats Arkansas, this could be more interesting. I think UCLA-Wake Forest would be more interesting than UCLA-Arkansas, but UCLA wins this one. 3 Texas A&M over 14 Towson. The Aggies beat Towson. 7 Ole Miss at 10 VCU. Put the Rebels in for me on this one. Put the Rebels in for me over the Rams. 2 Iowa State over Norfolk State. Again, the Cyclones shouldn't struggle too much against Norfolk State. Second round real quick here. Florida against BYU. Oh, that'd be a great matchup. BYU with the upset over the Gators. You heard it here first. BYU with the upset moves on to the Sweet 16. Then we have UC San Diego against Purdue. Purdue finds a way to get it done, moves forward to the Sweet 16. Then we have UCLA and Texas A&M. Pick the Aggies in that one. And then you have Ole Miss, Iowa State. Guess what? Ole Miss somehow sneaks into the Sweet 16. Yes, that's right. The Ole Miss Rebels find a way to get it done. And that's what I have for this West region. Now our fourth and final region here is out of the South. Number 1, Auburn at 16 Southern American. Auburn has been doing fabulous. Anytime they've played anybody, it's been tough for anybody to get anything going. And Auburn always finds a way to stay out on top and generally wins all their games. Bruce Pearl and the Tigers move forward in that one. 8 Creighton and 9 Gonzaga. I really like this matchup. I really hope this comes to fruition. You know what? I'm going to go and say the Blue Jays get it done. Not because I'm from Nebraska, because I'm definitely not a Creighton fan. I'll tell you that much right now. But the Gonzaga Bulldogs having a down year. Might even be the second best team in the whole conference. When was the last time we could say that? The Blue Jays get it done, though. 5 Oregon and 12 Drake. I'm going to say the Ducks. The Ducks are finally finding their footing again. Or their web feet, you would say, right? 5 Oregon gets it done over here over the Drake Bulldogs. 4 Arizona, 13 Akron. I still like Arizona as a team, guys. I pick Arizona in that one. 6 Kansas, 11 Ohio State. Another good matchup, and I'm going to pick the Ohio State Buckeyes over the Jayhawks. Hate doing that because I think Kansas could be a good squad, but they're having a lot of issues off the court from what I've been told. I'm going to go ahead and say the Buckeyes with an upset over the Jayhawks. Early on, Bill Self gets an early exit. 3 Kentucky and 14 James Madison. The Kentucky Wildcats have had an up and down season, but nevertheless, Mark Pope is finding ways to keep them inside the top 25 and doing a good job doing it. They're competitive. They're a good squad. I like the Wildcats in this one. 7 Memphis and 10 Vanderbilt. You know what? Vanderbilt, kind of an SEC bottom dweller type of team, but they are having themselves a season this year by their standards. I have yet to watch a Memphis game, so I'm going to go ahead and say 10 Vanderbilt. The Commodores beat the Tigers in this one. 2 Michigan State at 15 Robert Morris, Michigan State. That's all I'm going to say. Michigan State. Yeah, I'll add a little more to that, though. Tom Izzo, guys, the man of March, the mythical man. He's going to find a way to get it done, run really deep. This Michigan State Spartans team is fantastic. Second round here in this region, Auburn and Creighton. That's going to be a fabulous matchup. I still think Auburn's going to get that done. Then you have Oregon and Arizona, guys. That's going to be a great matchup in the second round. I have a very tough time picking that one, but based on the games I've seen of both squads, the Wildcats are going to win that one, move to the Sweet 16. Ohio State and Kentucky might be an interesting matchup, but I'm going to have to say the Wildcats are going to get that one done. Mark Pope and the Wildcats move to the Sweet 16. Lastly here, Michigan State and Vanderbilt. I'm going to say Michigan State finds a way to get it done. Tom Izzo, guys, I really think this Michigan State team's really good. They're going to go deep in the tournament, but that is what I have for my first 2 rounds in all of these regions. If you haven't already, liked the video and subscribe to the channel. This has been Brando at the Blue Devil Den. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.